Judge George Rodriguez. You may be seated.
The court's now in session. Prosecution, would you like to give your opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. May it please the court, my name is Julian Reed, and I'm representing the prosecution in this case. This case presents involves a hacking contest that was influenced by Miss Loader. Mr. Gateway asked Miss Loader how to hack, and she complied with the offer. Later, a hacking contest was devised on the night of July 22nd, 1998. Ms. Loader warned the authorities about this contest, but left little info. In this case, we will call 3 witnesses to stand: Mr. Gateway, a friend of Mr. Loader, Mr. Dem, a computer zoo specialist, and Mr. Sergeant C.D. Rom, a police chief at the Concord Police Department. Thank you, Your Honor.
Defense, would you like to give an opening statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
May it please the court, my name is Erica Sandman, and I'll be representing the accused Dawn Loader along with my co-counsel Avery Johnson and Hannah Brown. Ladies and gentlemen, Dawn Loader is standing here today wrongly accused of a crime she did not commit. Loader had no involvement that led to security guard Dilbert being injured by the leopard whatsoever. She's a bright high school student with a clear goal in computer science, and she's actively pursuing that goal. Loader was pressured into giving up information with no malicious intent whatsoever and then blamed for the results. Furthermore, Loader even attempted to stop the commission of the crime by informing officials, but they simply ignored her desperate messages. Our first witness, Cyber, will provide valuable computer hacking information and explain how the zoo lacked significant security measures. Our second witness, Billy G, will show that Loader did not conspire in the hacking at all. With this evidence, I have no doubt that we will prove Loader's innocence against all charges and that she attempted to stop the crime rather than help it. Thank you.
Prosecution, you may call your first witness up to the stand.
We will now be calling Mr. C.D. Rom to the stand.
Pardon me, I'm going to interrupt the proceedings here. The bailiff has not sworn in the jury. The bailiff needs to swear in the jury, please. Okay?
Members of the jury, please stand and raise your right hand. And repeat after me. I solemnly swear that I will give a true and fair sentencing to this defendant. That's all, you may be seated.
So could you please have him sit down and put his hand up? That would be the proper procedure. It's all right, I know we're doing this for the first time now. Now please have him speak into the microphone. Thank you.
Do you swear that the information that you're about to give will be the truth, nothing but the truth, and the whole truth?
I do.
What is your name and profession?
I am Sergeant C.D. Rom, a sergeant at the Concord Police Department. I have some experience with computers, but no special title or anything.
How did you become involved in this case?
Well, as I said before, I have some experience with computers, but no, so I'm usually called for cases regarding technology.
Can you describe the incident that happened at the zoo?
Several animal habitats were opened remotely, most likely by computer hacking. In doing, a leopard escaped and mauled a zoo security guard, Dilbert.
Who did you speak with at the Loader residence, and what did they tell you?
I spoke with Dawn, her friends, Del Gateway, and Billy G. They admitted to causing the incident at the zoo during a hacking contest that they all agreed to do. Billy G and Del Gateway both said that they could not have done it. without Don's help.
Thank you. No more questions, Your Honor.
Defense, would you like to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor.
The night of the 22nd, did the New Hampshire Zoological Park receive a call?
Yes.
Did they do anything about it?
No, they did not.
Did the police department also receive a call?
Yes.
And did they do anything about it?
No, they did not.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Prosecution, you may call your second witness up to the stand.
We will now call Mr. Maurice Dem to the stand.
Please raise your right hand. Do you promise that the information that you are about to give will be the truth, nothing but the truth, and the whole truth?
I do.
You may proceed.
What is your name and profession?
My name is Maurice Dem, and my profession is the Parks Computer Specialist.
What is your job at the New Hampshire Zoological Park?
My job at the park is to install computer systems and act as the MIS director once the park opened in June 1998.
How are the computers designed to benefit the park and its animals?
The computers were designed to let certain cages be opened by computers, increasing park efficiency, better care for the animals, and overall park safety.
When were all the systems necessary to open to the public?
All systems necessary to open to the public were ready by June 1998.
Can you describe the message you received on the night of the park's voicemail?
It was a short and incoherent voicemail message that was left after closing on July 22nd, 1998, after the damage was done.
Thank you. No more questions.
Defense, would you like to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Were there any security systems that prevented hacking?
No.
Were all the systems complete by the time the zoo opened? What was the purpose of having cages that can unlock due to computers?
We could track how much nutrients the animals needed, and it increased park safety.
Did you receive any warnings from anybody?
We received a voicemail message.
And did you listen to that warning?
Yes.
What did you do to prevent the hacking?
Well, it was very short and vague, and didn't tell us very much.
No further questions.
Prosecution, you may call your third witness up to the stand.
We will now call Mr. Del Gateway to the stand.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the information you're about to give will be the truth, nothing but the truth, and the whole truth?
What is your name and profession?
I am Del Gateway. I am 17 years old and a senior at Concord High School.
Mr. Gateway, can you confirm your relationship with Don Loader?
Yes, me and Don Loader have been friends since 7th grade.
Did Loader share any information with you regarding the hacking incident hacking before the zoo incident?
Yes, she had shared multiple occasions where she had hacked, including the Fenway Park where she hacked the scoreboard to say "way to go," and the Concord Police Department where she turned off the automatic sprinkles.
Could you describe the hacking contest?
It was all in good fun, and the objection was really just to see how far our hacking abilities had gone.
How do you access the computer system, and what was the objective?
I accessed the computer system using the hard lock overdrive to get in, and the objective, as I stated before, was really just to see if we could do it.
Mr. Gateway, did you know about the phone call? Were you aware of the potential consequences of accessing the zoo's computer system?
It never occurred to me that there could be damages caused by hacking the computer system, and I really just wanted to see if I could do it.
Mr. Gateway, did you get a phone call from Miss Loader?
No, I
Thank you. No more questions, Your Honor.
Defense, would you like to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please state your name.
Del Gateway.
What is your connection to this case?
I was a accomplice.
Did you ask the defendant, Miss Loader, about hacking?
Yes, I did.
Did you initiate the contest?
No, I
Did you receive a phone call on the night of the 22nd? Um,
You can look at your notes, or if you need to say no further questions, you can say that.
no further questions.
Defense, would you like to bring up your first witness?
Yes. Cyber.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the information that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You proceed.
Please state your name.
My name is Cyber.
What is your connection to this case?
I've been called to this case to discuss my expertise in computers.
How long have you been in the computer industry?
I've been in the computer industry for around 30 years now, though I've specialized my efforts in computer security. I have a doctorate and master's degree at MIT, or Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
What is hacking, or how does it work?
Hacking is when an individual person goes on their computer to break into a website. The usual tactic for hackers is just to get in and get out.
Did the NHCP have any security installed?
No.
What operations system did the NHCP use?
The NHCP used the Linux operating system.
Is said operations system known for anything in your line of work?
Yes, in my years of experience and with the people in my work, we have found that the Linux operating system has very poor security.
Does Miss Loader fit the typical hacker profile?
No, in my years of experience, I found hackers to be mostly loners and introverts with not many friends. Miss Loader does not fit that profile.
Thank you, Miss Berry. That is all your own.
Prosecution, would you like to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Ms. Burr, is your area of expertise dealing with legal cases?
Well, I do work for the FBI, so sometimes.
Ms. Burr, is your opinion based off purely facts?
Yes.
And have you been commissioned to provide your opinion for this case?
Yes.
Have you worked on cases involving hackings in the past?
Yes.
Have you worked on a professional team to assess whether hackings are accidental/non-accidental?
Mostly, no.
Okay, no further questions. Thank you, Your Honor.
Defense, you may bring your second witness up to the stand.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the information that you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
You proceed.
Did you hack into the zoo security system that night?
Yes.
Were you in contact with anyone that night?
John called me, but I hung up on her.
Did anybody tell you not to do the hacking?
John talked to me.
Okay. What is your relationship with Don Loader?
She was my friend, and I completely innocent.
How about Dell?
He's really annoying. He hangs around later. And recently they had a problem.
Was there any noticeable tension between Don and Dell?
Yes. Dell had a grudge against Lloyd and could not stand him, most likely over a girlfriend or boyfriend conflict.
No further questions.
Prosecution, would you like to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, can you please instruct the witness to speak up? We cannot hear her at all back here, so please speak louder.
Ms. G, in your affidavit, you state Dell often blames others for his mistakes. But who else is to blame besides the person who taught him how to hack?
Yes,
In your affidavit, you said that you thought it was fun to try to hack. Ms. G, you state that Dell is a loser, but why would Loader hang out with him if that were true? Ms. G, who taught you the gorilla method? Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Defense, would you like to bring the third witness?
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear that the information that you're about to give will be the truth, nothing but the truth, and the whole truth?
Where were you the night of the hacking?
I was at my home, specifically in my bedroom, minding my own business. I had no reason to leave the house then.
And where was your computer the night of the hacking?
My computer was at Nedry's Computer Cornucopia, being repaired due to a computer crash. I had no access to it the night of the hacking.
Did you have any knowledge of the hacking?
Partially. I had heard Dell and Billy talking about it. They asked me to join, and I guess I said okay.
Did you in any way feel pressured by Dell Gateway to agree to the contest?
Yes, I said I wasn't interested, but Dell persisted relentlessly, and I finally said okay, just to get him to stop bugging.
Did you teach Dell and Billy how to hack?
I did, but the only reason is because they wouldn't stop bugging me about it.
Did you pressure Gateway and Billy into hacking?
No, Dell was the one who pressured me into hacking.
Did you in any way participate in the hacking?
The only way I participated was by teaching Dell and Billy how to hack.
Did you in any way help plan the hacking?
No, Dell was the one who came up with the time and date.
Did you call the zoo the night of the 22nd to warn them?
I did. They asked if they should send somebody on it, and I told them not to bother and just hung up.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Prosecution, would you like to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, if I may interrupt, can we please have the name of this witness? We don't know who this is at all. And this is the accused. Thank you.
Mr. Loader, did you call Miss G and Mr. Gateway?
Yes.
You called the police and didn't leave a name or number knowing that they could take little action, correct?
Yes.
Ms. Loader, did you ever deny your involvement in said contest?
No.
Ms. Loader, you taught the others how to hack regardless of future consequences?
Yes, because I thought they might actually go through it.
Did you answer Dell's question on the hacking on the morning of the 23rd?
Yes, but only because I was really tired.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
Prosecution, would you like to give a closing statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury and esteemed members of the court, my name is Adeline Beanie. I stand before you as the assistant prosecutor to shed light on the reprehensible actions committed by the defendant, Don Loader. Throughout this trial, we have presented compelling information through 3 testimonies of Dell Gateway, Maurice Dem, and Sergeant C.D. Rom, outlining the sequence of events that led to someone actually getting mauled. Don Loader's actions cannot be understated. It is clear beyond a shadow of a doubt that the defendant Don's actions fostered an environment of deceit and misconduct. In conclusion, find that Don Loader is guilty and justice should be served. Thank you.
Defense, would you like to give a closing statement?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm Erica Sandman, and I'll be presenting the closing argument for the defendant, Don Loader. Don Loader is not a criminal mastermind, but rather a teenager whose curiosity simply led her down the wrong path. Loader was stabbed in the back by people she thought she could trust and framed for something she had no involvement in. Del Gateway, motivated by personal grudges and attempting to point fingers, attempted to put the blame on Loader. You've heard testimony from Cyber, a recognized computer expert who stated that the zoo lacked any definite security. Furthermore, Billy G., Loader's friend and neighbor, openly acknowledges that Loader's intentions were purely educational and had no malicious intent. According to RSA 6293, the accused can defend themselves if they show that they ceased involvement in the illegal activity and tried to warn officials and or tried to prevent the illegal activity from happening, the second of which Loader did. Moreover, it's crucial to note that the defendant's computer was in repair the night of the hacking and they had no access to it. With this information, I have no doubt that Loader's innocence has been proven and we will plead guilty to all charges. Thank you for your attention. Wait, not guilty, innocent. Sorry.
Is that all? I will now give the jury instructions. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as jurors, it will be your job to decide whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty in the case that you hear. As the judge, it is my duty to instruct you in the law that applies to this case. You must follow these instructions. Your duty will be to decide what the facts are in this case based on the evidence that you heard. You must then apply the rules of the law to those facts. When you apply all the rules, you may not use your own judgment. You may not rely on your own opinion about what the law should be. You must base your verdict only on the law that I give you in these instructions. Consider only the evidence to decide this case. The evidence consists of the witness's testimony. Any arguments or opinions lawyers express are not evidence. Anything that you see or hear outside of the courtroom is not evidence. In addition, you must disregard any evidence that is objected if I sustain the objection. You may not use any other source of information to help you decide this case. You heard several witnesses' testimonies, including the defendant. It is up to each of you to decide if you believe a witness is telling the truth or not. You should consider how the witness behaved on the stand and use your own common sense in deciding whether or not a witness was telling the truth. Remember, not guilty is not the same as innocent. Not guilty means the defendant could be innocent or that the state did not meet its burden of proof. This means that it is up to the prosecution to prove that the defendant is guilty. The defense does not have to prove that the defendant is innocent. If the prosecution has proven its case, then the defendant is not guilty. You can only say that the defendant is guilty if the prosecution is proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Beyond a reasonable doubt means that you must be very sure. That means you must be sure tomorrow or next week or next year. It means that there is no doubt that you can think of in your imagination. All jurors must be unanimous in their decision in order to deliver a verdict. Thank you for your time and your service to the court.
So the jury is going to be excused to go outside to deliberate?
I call this case in recess.
Right. And jury, I know that the judge said it had to be unanimous, but we decided yesterday it was going to be a majority, okay? Okay, so jury, head on out with me. Could you please put your chairs into the jury can walk by? The rest of you can talk amongst yourself for a few minutes while our jury deliberates. Okay, I know. I'll help you, okay? Okay.
I know what you like. I was an objection. I didn't want to like a random objection. Hold back your last one.
Can I get a cup?
You don't say it's defendant.
No,
I just like
Sorry, I was
nobody objected. Hey, you're the gal here.
That's speculation. We're being recorded, Judge.
That's like a red.
I'm sorry. That physically pains me. I don't care.
Mr. Board Person, have you reached a verdict?
Okay, good job on your first trial, you guys. That was great. Let's give them a round of applause. Couple things to point out for tomorrow, and for our bailiff and stuff for tomorrow. So first of all, yeah, let's make sure that we swear in the jury beforehand. Secondly, when they're done testifying, bailiff, your job is to, or the judge's real job is to say, you may step down to the witness, so that they know that they're done and they need to like leave, okay? Yeah, that kind of thing.
Am I supposed to
Second,
or do I just?
what? Are you supposed to guard them, is that what you're saying?
Well, no, in the thing, so am I supposed to like go out there and?
Yeah, you can go stand out there and make sure they're not throwing things at each other or whatever. Yeah, you can go stand out there. You don't have to, but you can. Okay, all right. Super, super, super important. I apologize, defense, for stopping the trial, but you cannot put someone up there, especially the accused, and not say who it is. Back here, people were like, who is that? They had no idea that Avenel was Don Loader. So for 8th graders, the number one thing you do is the first time the witness goes up there, you ask them their name. After that, Avery, you don't have to ask the name again. We already just heard the other side tell the person said what the name was, okay? So the first time the witness goes up, whoever is direct examining needs to say, state your name for the record, okay? That was something that was really important that our jury heard. They didn't know that Avenel was the accused. They didn't know who of these people were the accused. So you just need to make that clear, okay? Okay. Are we okay?
Yeah.
Breathe. Glad that that part is over. You guys did great. The only thing I'll say is, Alexa, even when we asked you to speak up, you did not speak up. And so I've got to say to the rest of you 8th graders, you have got to talk loudly, okay? Well, you don't have to yell, but talk loudly, okay? But you guys did great. I mean, come on, it's your first trial. You're all new lawyers, so it's okay. And a new judge.
Another round of applause.
Sure, another round of applause. Good job. All right, you may get water too if you need to, and then the bailiff's supposed to get it for you.
Those are all empty. Or there's
Sorry.
I'll get it for the judge. You go. You go. The judge. You go. The judge. You go. The judge has a headache. The
judge has a headache. I'm sorry, Judge.
But I was first. I'm better.
Oh, yeah.
This one isn't mine. Oh,
The jury's out.
Or the court.
Double cheeseburger.
Judge, you know what to say. All right. All right, here we go. You need to say, Madam Foreperson, have you reached a verdict? Stand up, please. We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
We say that the defendant is not.
All right, now, okay, first of all, that was great, but let's try this again. Let's keep going. Can we hand her the name? Okay. And so you say, we the jury find that the defendant is, you're going to say not guilty. This is when you're happy. Like all of you just sat there. You're supposed to be so relieved, Avenel, right? You should be jumping up and clapping.
I don't know, is that like any
If the defendant is found not guilty, the defense team is pretty excited. Okay? Sorry, you guys can look mad. There's no need to destroy property in your anger, Hugo. Alright, Judge, can we try this one more time, please? This part. Alright, go ahead.
Item four-person having reached a verdict.
We, the jury, have decided that
Actually, you need to say, we have, Your Honor.
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
we, the jury, have decided that the defendant is not guilty.
Okay, yay. Let's give a nice round of applause. Okay, and then Judge, what do you say? Thank you. Court, you need to dismiss them with thanks to the jury.
Thank you, jury, for your time.
Okay, and then you say in your gavel and say, court's dismissed.
Court's dismissed.
All right, now everyone clap. All right, great job. Okay, just so you know, hang on, I'm going to turn this off.